back to the channel. This week I'm going to talk about what I'm excited to be working on this spring and updates on some more hats that I've made on many planes, and a little bit about a couple of things I actually have completed as well. Now, the first project that I'm excited to work on this spring is one I did a video on last week, and that is a new travel vest that I'm working out to be a pattern that I will share. And I wanted something that is going to be both sporty and wear with flip-flops and elegant, wear out for dinner. And so there'll be many more videos on this project as I keep you up to date with how the pattern kind of behind the scenes progresses. The other project that I am really excited to work on this spring is a cardigan. And this is a special birthday gift request that someone has made. And they are looking for a cropped cardigan. So there is a longer version of the Doverport cardigan. And they saw this picture and liked the stitch and liked the finishing on it. So it should be a pretty straightforward project because they've just asked me to create this cardigan for them. So I'll be doing that in an extra large and trying to get it finished this spring to be able to give it to them over the summer. And I think, again, an easy project because they have already picked out the yarn and given me all the details and sent the email link. So I have it up on my Ravelry board if people want to keep track of it. I haven't yet started that, so all I have right now is an update on the yarn that they selected. Now, cardigan requests come with a very specific wool that the birthday person has already picked out. And so we're using a Karen Macchiato cake, which does look more, I would say, navy and olive, but the actual name for it is Blue Black Shock. And a special request as well for a fall hat and mitt set, probably in the wheat sheaf that we love. I've made lots of stuff in that. And this is called Golden and does have a bit of fuzz to it, so we'll see how that works up for a hat and glove set. So an easy project because, again, they had seen the hat that I had done before and the request is specific. Now, interspersed with all of the items that I'm working on for spring, I'm always working on smaller projects with donated yarn for the charitable partners that we work with. And the most often requested items are still hats and socks and mitts. We're working on some baby blankets I've been posting about for this year for expectant moms, and some new conversations because there's lots of interest in the red hat south of the border. So we've had some requests for things like poppies for Remembrance Day ceremonies and some heart shapes that can be used for outreach workers that we'd be able to attach notes or business cards to. So I'd love to hear from people if you have small items in particular that charitable organizations are requesting from your groups. We'd love to hear the ideas that you've been working on. Now, like absolutely everybody else, I always have a bunch of stash projects, and I have done many videos on a free pattern that I created for the most simplest of tops, with lots of videos on how you could really alter it up. And so there's lots of ideas out there for how to use up combinations of yarns and different colors. And that, of course, is what I'm doing as a sort of stash project whenever I find the time to work on it. And so another quick share on the vest that I'm wearing, which was in an earlier video as a stash prototype. And a girlfriend has now taken that vest and we have a blue version. It is great for in the garden. The only change I did make, and I've made notes in my Ravelry, is I did start the back on the vest higher on this version, and I did use a larger hook. So not only is this just a quick update to let you know there's a bit more information on my Ravelry with this second version that I created, but this is a project that I would recommend if you're looking for some spring or fall vest ideas. It is a very quick project, very simple to do. Again, with that larger 6 hook, it took me no time at all to whip up a second version. It is a very simple front panel, back panel, with just a seam at the shoulder and the neckline. And really, there is so many different ways that you could alter and customize this to really make it your own. So for the blue version, I am using the same loops and threads yarn that I used in the raspberry. It's just the raspberry was a little beat up stash yarn, and this is just something new that I had shipped, and so worked up really, really well. And I did the same, again, rib stitch just because I like that chunky rib look. But if you want to experiment, you really are unlimited with the number of stitches that you can do, the number of different variations that you could create with colors. And again, very simple construction to adapt it. So I am a medium and did all of the sizing for a medium ladies, but it is so easy to add rows to increase the width if you just like it a little wider, even for a medium, or shorten it to a mock turtleneck, or increase the length if you're taller. So again, adapting it is pretty straightforward and very easy to do. And as well, in the original video, there are the 2 links to the knit patterns that inspired this. I just could not find a crochet version, and so was going off of some of the inspiring versions that I saw in a knit and just creating a version that I kind of reverse engineered and kind of intuitively figured out. So feel free to adapt it and create it, make it your own. Again, something that's pretty straightforward and very practical. It does layer up really well in the winter with any number of t-shirts or casual shirts or more dressier shirts. So again, a piece that you can easy dress up or dress down, and very warm. And then in the spring for the garden, it is great. I've already transitioned to t-shirts, and this is something, again, that you can create some, really different versions of and make it your own. I, in the first video, also talked about not belting it. So there's lots of different belt options and so many ways now that you can get different closures online to create belt versions. But you could also just create ties on the side. I didn't do that because it is a gardening vest for me that I wanted it very practical. But you could create just band closures, so not making the belt as long as I did and just creating, again, side closures that you attach to each side and then slip it on would also be a very kind of easy version to adapt. So again, a great project if you're looking for ideas for the spring. Now, the final update that I had promised everyone in previous videos was to let you know about hat experiments. And I started a series earlier in the winter looking at different hat patterns and getting lots of helpful comments and tips about how to create some wonderful hats. And of course, I was using my stash to experiment at the beginning. Then visiting my mom, she had some lovely stash, and so we worked up on a nice flight from Winterpeg, a kind of other cotton option. So again, double strand, and wanted to see again how the sort of bucket hat shape would work out. Again, when I wash and block them, they are more square, but seem to kind of gravitate towards round on my head. It was a short flight, so I did a single strand bucket hat and a double strand bucket hat, and the experiments will continue. And if you were interested, the earlier video is on a Dublin pattern, and I'm also looking at lots of other stash ideas. If I find some more time this spring, I would like to try a crochet top and a redo of an earlier bag that I had experimented with. Thank you as well for all of the subscriptions and the likes and helping us grow the channel. As always, all of the proceeds from all of our patterns, all of our efforts go towards Canadian charities. So the support is greatly appreciated as we try and get our channel subscriptions up. And we're all learning a little bit about the YouTube algorithm and how many viewing hours we need to find. So greatly appreciated. And as always, I personally love the comments, the tips. Please do keep those coming. Yarn suggestions, all really greatly appreciated.